Is there anybody anywhere? What's going on, you guys? How you doing? It's your buddy here, Uncle Bruce. It's Stock Markets with Bruce, the name of the channel with Uncle Bruce. Look at that, Stock Markets with Bruce. Hey, welcome to December the 15th, Friday, December the 15th, 2023. It's option expiry day. It's going to be a humdinger of a day today. $5 trillion of options expire today. A lot of rollovers going on. Professional option traders who know what they're doing have been doing rollovers all this week into next week, next month, and today is the culmination of the expiry of $5 trillion year-end positions being rolled. It is going to affect the markets, no question about it. You are going to see stocks falter, flip around. Indexes are going to go zzz, going to make your head spin. Fun times at the old King Corral. I did a video last night. I was trying to bring up a couple of short videos for you last night. Eastern time, I suppose. It was probably late afternoon, really. And for whatever reason, my software program thingy that I use to help make short video just didn't deliver the goods. And I had to send an email to these guys, and they responded, "Oh, we'll be back to you within 24 hours. We'll figure it out." I'm going, I haven't got 24 hours. I got 5 minutes. These videos aren't doing what they're supposed to do. You're not delivering. This isn't good enough. Sometimes AI doesn't deliver. And so what did I do? I knew I had to get a message to you folks to make you aware of some key facts yesterday. And I thought, I'm just going to have to make a video from scratch. And I did. I produced a 5-something minute video, uploaded it for you, and you've been able to watch it. And it's had some very good views. Doesn't say not viral or anything, but it's done some views. What was the topic of the video? The volume of trading on SoFi and the volume of trading on GameStop. The unusual, much higher trading volumes of those two shares. These two companies don't lead the stock market. It's not like every player in the world watches GameStop and SoFi to figure out what to do. They trade in their own little worlds, and they're doing their thing. And sometimes they get brought along with a market, but sometimes they go their own direction, higher or lower, whatever they do. They're both right now trading much higher on volume than normal last few days, last week or two. Of course, on GameStop, for example, the shares were as low as, what was the official low, 1183 this past month. And we're now at 1739, 1750 ballpark. I mean, what? Not a bad little pop here, almost $6 a share. That's 50% gain on GameStop in a month. But then again, when you understand where was the stock last summer, July, August, it was at $25, $26, $27. It came all the way from 27 to 1180. Now we're back to 17 odd, and the volume is much higher than normal. That's something's cooking there. Obviously, the big news, two pieces of news that have really, to me, are game changers. To the street, they are ignorant of it. They don't really know this yet. Yes, there's volume on GameStop, but no, we don't have the volume on GameStop that we used to have in 2021 when all hell broke loose. Okay. You got to remember this, guys. Back in December, January, February, and March 2020, 2021, we were trading 50 million shares a day, 30 million shares a day, 80 million shares every day on GameStop. All right. The total number of shares that the company had issued at that point in time was 74 million. The total number of shares that were actually free trading were 55 million shares. And there were 70-something million shorted. So if you did the big numbers, you'd say, well, there's 70 million in existence. 70 million shorted, that's 140 million shares that are out there that are trading. And if you take the restrictions away and everything else, it's 50 million plus 70 million, it's 120 million shares out there. And you trade 40 million a day. That's only 1/3 of the stock that's trading every day. So if you want to play that game, you want to play it from that angle, fair enough. But the bottom line is this. If it traded 40 million shares a day back in 2021, we've split the stock 4-for-1 since, which really means that today we have to see 160 million shares of stock trading every day to match the volume from 2021. Yesterday's volume was 10.7 million. All right, so divide that by 4, it's 2,600,000 shares versus 40 to 50 to 70 million a day. You see how far we have to go yet? Now, the average volume on GameStop was 2 to 3 million shares a day a month ago. It has now moved up to 5.8 million average volume per day on the stock. This is 65-day average volume number. So every day goes by and we break 5-6 million a day in volume, the average 65-day volume number goes higher. And so, of course, if we're going to trade 10 to 15 million a day going forward, this 5.8 million number will go to 6.2 million, 6.6 million. It'll come up. But we're nowhere near where we used to be. So there is so much more that could be coming in on this thing than ever before. Plus, one more thing. When we traded 40, 50 million shares a day on GameStop, when that kind of volume used to happen, all right, those volume days were not at $2 to $5 a share where the stock started trading from the summer of 2020. Summer 2020, it hit the low of 280. And there were 70 million shorted, and they were still trying to short this thing to zero. These 50 million shares a day and then upwards of 100 million shares a day, those trades were being done in the hundreds of dollars a share range. Not at $17.34 where we are right now, not at $11, not at $15, at $120, $220, $320 a share. You had 50 to 100 million shares a day changing hands on SoFi. All right. So this is a fraction of the action that we've had in the past. Do not think, oh, well, as soon as we get to 20 million a day, this is it, baby. We're on our way. No. It's when we do 100 to 150 million a day to 200 million shares a day on GameStop, then the frenzy is on. And this is why I'm saying the market does not yet fully appreciate what has happened at GameStop. The two big things that came to light for us just in the last couple of weeks. Number one, the cost cutting at Costco has been so dramatic and so aggressive that the payrolls and the expenses that the company has are down by, I'm going to guess, 400 million a year, about 100 million a quarter. The losses that these guys used to suffer, 100 million a year, 200 million a year, has been wiped out. They are now actually making money. This quarter we're in right now, this moment in time, December 15th, if you go tonight after work or later today, you go to your favorite shopping mall in your town, or you go to a GameStop store and try to walk in, you're noticing it's probably going to be busy today. And this weekend is the big shopping weekend of the holidays, December 16th and 17th. People are getting paid today, mid-month. People are getting their bonuses today for Christmas bonuses. So GameStop will be very busy the next 3 days. Today, Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be mayhem. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all the way up to Christmas Eve. This next, 9 days, going to be nuts. And so GameStop sales right now at the height of the year, this is profit-making time for GameStop. Has been all this month, all through November. The quarter that they have started in November and ends at the end of January. It's kind of quirky, but they don't go by quarters as far as the first 3 months of the year and the second 3 months of the year. They've sort of staggered their year end by 30 days. Companies can do whatever they want. And so we will not hear how Christmas went for GameStop until the end of January when the books officially close for their quarter, and then they'll release their numbers in March, sometime in March. They're usually very well behind the rest of the market in coming up with their quarterly results. Nonetheless, I'm telling you that the last quarter we just got in the last few weeks showed a dramatic drop in expenses and only a $2-3 million loss for the entire quarter compared to a $100 million loss the year before. And their expenses have shown a dramatic drop off, and it's still falling. And now we're going to see positive results from the brick and mortar company called GameStop. But that's only part one. And that's not even the exciting news. That's just good old business sense. Company cutting back its expenses and getting leaner and meaner and shutting down stores that are underperforming. And the street's going, oh, yeah, they lost 9% of gross sales. They're falling apart. They don't want to talk about the fact that they've dropped 1,500 underperforming stores around the world from 5,500 to 4,000. They don't want to talk about that. That's how you lose 9% in sales. They're making money. The second piece of news is the big piece of news. And this is where the street is oblivious. Yeah, really active traders know. I will totally tell you that. Yeah, they know. They know this story. The general public, where all these trades come from, the 200 million shares a day that I'm really looking forward for, to bring us back to 50 million a day like the old days, those participants, they don't know. They do not know the big piece of news on GameStop. And that is where Ryan Cohen, the chairman of the board, the CEO, unpaid in any salary, has now been given the green light by the board of directors. Take the $1.2 billion invested in whatever you see fit, because we don't need $1.2 billion in the brick and mortar part of our business. Our business is probably now generating 100 to 200 million a year in profits. We're going to be adding to the cash hoard. We don't need the 1.2 billion to survive. We don't need it. We need it to grow more than just 4 or 5% interest. That's what we want. We want a bigger return on our money than just a treasury yield. Make something good happen with this. And this is where it gets interesting, because Mr. Cohen himself was estimated to be worth a couple of years ago $3.5 billion. At that time, the shares of Apple were about 140, 150, 160 a share. Now they're approaching the $200 mark. He actually is the single largest shareholder of Apple as an individual person. He's the largest shareholder of Apple. Did you know that? There are institutions that have far more shares. There are pension funds that have more. Yes, that's true. But as an individual, he is one of the largest, if not the largest shareholder of Apple. He also owns stock in many other companies. And I'm guessing his net worth is over $5 billion now. Add the $1.2 billion of capital available from GameStop, and add additional capital that could be made available to him if he were to phone up a couple of banks to borrow some money. This guy could get his hands and could be generating power of cash flow of $10 billion, $15 billion in investment money. All I'm saying, all I'm thinking about with GameStop is if Mr. Cohen starts nibbling up stock in a very undervalued public company that he sees incredible potential in, and he picks up 15% of the stock as a buy, as an investment, and perhaps he is appointed to the board of directors of that company, or he appoints one of his directors from GameStop to be a director inside that corporation to help guide them along and build their awareness and help them grow their business and blah, 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 blah. Anything like that. If GameStop were to be involved with, say, $1 billion of its bucks into entity whatever, they have to report that. They'll have to file trading reports, SEC filings. Once the street figures out what company Mr. Cohen is picking up, the army behind Mr. Cohen, the millions of people who have thanked him profusely for saving GameStop from the wolves and putting GameStop from 400 million in the hole to 1.2 billion cash on hand 2 years after the fact, they're going to follow this guy and buy that stock too. And so He might pick up 10, 12% of the stock through GameStop's cash, but the street that follows him will pick up another 15, 20% of the stock of the company in question. And this is just GameStop money and the followers of Ryan Cohen. Cohen himself and his troops, they may end up with 35, 40% of the stock of company, blah, blah, blah. And if the company is a heavily shorted company itself, because the street has a death nail on it and has shorted it to the nth degree, now you've got a raging bonfire with truckloads of kerosene coming on top of it to just blow this thing out of the water. And what does that mean for you guys and anyone else following GameStop? If GameStop has $1 billion in stock that now triples in value because of the involvement of Cohen and others, GameStop just made $2 billion on paper. They're worth $3 billion now in their portfolio versus $1 billion. You think the stock's going to be $17.44 very long? I don't think so. The other thing that's going to happen is GameStop shares will rise in price very quickly, dramatically, and the volume will increase dramatically. Now that scares the heck out of anyone who's short GameStop. There are shorters out there on GameStop. There are 50 plus 60 million shares short on GameStop. Those will have to be scooped back because every dollar the stock goes up. These guys are losing 50, 60 million more. This stock jumps $5 a day for 4 or 5 days in a row. We're talking $250 million a day in losses every day, compounding more. It gets really nuts. And we've seen this movie, literally, we've seen this movie before. We're going to see it again, very possibly, if certain things kick in. This is why I'm thinking, oh my God, Cohen is going to be pushing $1.2 billion of GameStop money into some companies that are just way undervalued, over-shorted. They themselves are going to be short squeezed. GameStop could take $1 billion and turn it into $5 billion. What if they do that? What if GameStop is worth more money on one of their trades than the capitalized value of GameStop right now? Capital value of GameStop right now is $5.1 billion. That's the value of the entire company. $1.2 billion of it is cash. What if they take that $1.2 billion and turn it into $6 billion? We got ourselves a $10, $11 billion market cap company. That's a $35 stock, by the way. That doubles the price of the stock. Now you run the shorts out of town on GameStop, $35 and up. Oh, are they getting out? Now it's going to 70. It's $70 a share on GameStop in 30, 60 days. That's how fast this could happen. We've seen it before. Okay, I'm not making stuff up that you've not. This is true. This can happen. It's not Ryan Cohen's nature to want to run GameStop from $17 to $70 a share in 60 days. I don't think that's his intent. But that could well happen with this pent-up emotional market thing that's going on. There is so much cash coming into the equity market that investors are desperate to get the next hot stock. They want the hot deal. They want something that's really going to fly. Of course they do. They're desperados out there. GameStop may just be setting the table for the whole thing. Just that's that story. Okay, then. The other one is SoFi. There's this other company called SoFi that I follow with my viewers here. And it too is trading much higher volumes than normal. We're seeing the 65-day volume trend was 36 million. Yesterday, 92 million traded. The day before, 70-something million traded. This isn't, a bunch of 100-share investors trying to flip the stock. That's not what that is. SoFi is deep into its fourth quarter. They have now 16 days to go, and the end of the year is upon all of us. And that's the end of the fourth quarter for SoFi. They can close the books on the fourth quarter, do the math, and report to the street probably the first couple of days of January, probably the first couple of days of February, how they did for the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter has been predicted by management of SoFi for now 9 months. And they reiterated this just a month or so ago. we will be cash flow positive. We'll be profitable in the fourth quarter of this year. This is the fourth quarter of this year, and we're 16 days away from the end of it. Not only are they profitable, all the conditions to make them more profitable have just fallen into place. The bond market has dropped interest rates dramatically in advance of the Fed. The Fed has come out to say, we're not raising rates, and there might be 3 rate cuts next year. The whole stock market is going, wow, this is unbelievable. For SoFi and any other banker out there, you couldn't ask for better news. There are headlines out there today all over the place talking about bank stocks could have the greatest run today since 1994, 1995. How long ago was that? 30 years ago, 28 years ago. Unbelievable. The conditions are set for bankers to make a ton of money, because if inflation truly is down to 3.5 to 3 to 2.5 to 2, and interest rates are at 5 going to 4, the spread here between inflation and interest rates and what banks are charging for money, huge profits for banks, because banks are leveraged. Banks lend money out on depositors' deposits, and they leverage it. This is quite legal. It's been done since the beginning of time. SoFi's profitability for the fourth quarter, the first quarter of 2024, the second quarter of 2024, they're going to have to revise all those numbers. Every analyst who follows SoFi is going to have to revise their earnings projections for SoFi for the next 4 quarters going forward. They'll do the same at Bank of America, Wells Fargo, all the other banks that are out there, investment bankers. They'll all get upgrades. They'll all get higher target prices. For SoFi, the question is, does the stock go to 10-12? Or 12-15, or 15-20, or more during 2024? That's the question. One thing I want to know is, are the insiders of SoFi buying up stock? Yes, Noto is buying up stock in SoFi himself. He's putting his own money into stock every chance he gets. That's all. That's all I need to know. Thank you very much. If the CEO is buying the stock, I think we got ourselves a little upside here. And so, yeah, today it will be volatile out there. Today is option expiry Friday. And we're going to see stock prices do this today, and you're not going to like it. Some of you guys, some of you are going to love it. The indexes are going to fluctuate. We're down 26 on the Dow right now. Some of you will love it. Some of you won't love it. Because today, $5 trillion of options are expiring and have to be rolled over. It's going to be a very, very, very active day today. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I like it. Those of you who are in the option writing business, which is a majority of you who are watching me, and many of you who are watching me, as noobs, you're following us and going, is there money to be made in options market when stocks go up and down like they say? You're about to find out. Yes, indeed, there is money to be made in them there hills. Black gold, Texas tea, swimming pools and movie stars, the Beverly Hillbillies. Oh yeah, we're going to have some fun around here. The entire core, the entire being of Wall Street, and in London, England, and Paris, and Frankfurt, Germany, and Milan, Italy, all the financial headquarters of the world, Dubai, Hong Kong fading, but still there, Shanghai, Tokyo. You look around the world at financial markets, and I can tell you they are all so deeply into futures, options, and leverage trading. It is unfathomable. And there are supercomputers that have been designed for various firms around the world that have been programmed to give alerts and do trades on behalf of these institutional entities to trillions of dollars with leveraged money and nanosecond trades in and out all over the place. It is just unbelievable. Every major bank around the planet, the American banks, the big Canadian banks in the UK, Europe, Asia, everywhere, all have tied in to seriously powerful banking and software systems to trade currencies, to trade bonds, to trade commodities, and equities. Equities are stocks. Equities are options on stocks. We are dealing here with the money of the money that's going on out there. Those owners of super yachts, the owners of private jets, the owners of mansions around the world, the owners of the world's most expensive collectible cars or artworks, and you name it. And of course, the very wealthy out there who have inherited wealth over the generations. They all have their money being tended to and looked after by professional traders who you and I will never meet at a cocktail party. These are the kind of people that advise the very, very well-to-do and guard their assets jealously and work their assets aggressively to take advantage of exact scenarios like we are in right this minute. The average guy on the street, and that's not you watching me because you guys aren't average guys on the street. I'm talking about people who have $150 to their name. They got $500. They got $1,000. They're trading the market right now. They're playing the market through their telephones, through apps, and they're looking to make bets. And these folks, of which there are tens of millions representing hundreds of billions of dollars, they don't know what they're doing, and they're looking for a payoff that makes it worth their while. You think about this. You got someone out there that has a grocery bill of $800 a month, $500 a month, and that individual has $1,000 lying around to play the market with. They can't afford to lose that, really. But they also can't afford to only make $100 on that money. Now, making 100 on 1,000 is 10% return, which sounds pretty darn good. It's really good when you have $100,000 and make a 10% return because you make $10,000. If your grocery bill is $500 a month or even $1,500 a month as a more well-to-do person, $1,500 a month when you're making $10,000 on your money, chump change. But if you are someone that needs $500 a month, $600 a month, $800 a month to pay your grocery bills, and you can only make $100 on a trade, that doesn't pay for a whole hill of beans. And so these folks are looking for trades that can make them $500 returns. They want to take 1,000, turn it into 1,500. It would be better if they could turn 1,000 into 2,000. That would be the ultimate, because now they've got 2 weeks of groceries or 2 months of groceries, whatever their budget is. Well, if you're taking $1,000 and you're looking for a doubling of your money, you are not going to be doing what we do here. You're not going to be an option trader. You're not going to be an option writer. You'll be an option buyer, but not a writer. And that is the individual that you have to picture in your mind when you are out there writing contracts. It is true that when you write option contracts through condors, through poor man covered calls, cash secured puts, you're up against everyone else in the option business that goes long. And that does include institutions, that includes hedge funds, that includes real pros out there, but it also includes a class of investor that has been coming into this market because they have been hyped up about the incredible move of this stock market. Interest rates are coming down next year. I got to get in. Fear of missing out has pushed a bunch of dough into this market the last couple of months and will continue to do so from people who don't know what they're doing. And your job, unfortunately, you've got to be ruthless about this, is you've got to take their money. You have got to put their money in a safe place, your account, because you have bills too, and you have to make a return on your investing. And you're not, hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers, you are not looking for the home run investment. You're not going out there to buy a penny stock at 20 cents a share. That's going to go to $20 a share. You're buying SoFi as your home run investment. You're involved in GameStop through options and what have you for a home run investment. But even those will not make you multimillionaires on one trade in 1 week. You're going to generate wonderful, steady, reliable income into your accounts, whether they are cash accounts, margin accounts, IRAs, 401ks, self-managed, whatever they are. You are going to build wealth, which is going to serve you well going forward, keeping you in this game for a long, long time. There are going to be a lot of people out there in the next few months who are going to lose a shirt load of money. They're going to lose their shirts, and they're going to take their $1,000, and it's going to become $300. they won't be wiped off the face of the earth. We're not going to see people lose everything and be evicted from their houses. We're going to see gamblers out there with chump change lose a lot of their chump change. But collectively speaking, it is hundreds of billions of dollars worldwide. Okay, this is not just in your town, your state, your country. We're talking globally here. So Canadians, Americans, UKers, Europeans, Asians, you name it. Don't forget one other thing. Every day that goes by in this world, these are becoming more common with more people. Now, I'm holding an Apple phone, okay, a brand new one of these, 15 Pro, whatever they call, Pro Max. What are they, $1,500, $1,200? You can get phones of this caliber for virtually nothing, depending on who your carrier is. Now, if you're in the second world and the third world, you may be able to get a phone through carrier, but you probably can buy burner phones, cheap phones with cheap plans, and yet still be able to trade on the stock market. And that is the thing I want you to understand. The option business, the actual size of the options market is at record numbers and is growing at a parabolic pace. Every month, there's another article out there from all kinds of publications. If not every week, there are articles written about the size and the intensity of the options market. And just the other day, when we were waiting for our stock to be released, Adobe, we were waiting for Adobe's financials to come out. Just day before yesterday, the stock was as high as 633, was sitting around 620 or so. The volatility of Adobe was estimated to be $50 either higher or lower based on the results of their financials. That was all to do with the options market. And sure enough, Adobe came up with their numbers and their forecasts were not as aggressively great as the street had hoped for. And so the stock took a dump. And we saw yesterday a $40 drop during the daily session. We had seen drops of $50 to $55 in the pre-markets on Adobe. All option related. That's what this is all about. So when you can see a company like Adobe, $600 stock, get kicked around like a tin can in a back alley, that shows you how powerful the option market has become and how massive it has become. And it is still growing, because where else can someone with $500 take a shot, roll the dice, and buy $500 option on Tesla, Apple, SPY, Adobe here, any of these stocks out there, which are very expensive for shares to play with, and indexes, and you can take 500 and turn it into $1,000. You can take 500, turn it into $5,000. If there were Adobe investors who were long put contracts the day before the earnings came out, there were people out there who owned $2, $3, $5 Adobe put contracts who had now had $30 Adobe put contracts, 4, 5, 6 to 1 return overnight. So some people out there took $500 and turned it into $3,000. Some took $3,000, turned it into $15,000. Some took $20,000, turned it into $100,000. Where else can you get this leverage on a quality company like Adobe? The options market. And this is where you come in. You're offering options for the players out there, but you're doing it in a very smart way. You're a casino and you're setting the odds in your favor. I welcome you all to the channel. I welcome you all to Palm Desert, California, where Jen and I are hanging out. I'm excited for how well 2024 is going to set up. I'm so pleased with so many of you who have done well in 2023. You did well in 2022. You're going to do just fine in 2024. Welcome to the party, pals. We've only just begun. We're going to open trading, I guess, in about 9 minutes. Lame Duck, thank you for this posting you did a while ago. 2 years as a member, 1 year as a Gold Bagel member, and I'm 66 years alive. God bless everyone. Way to go, Lame Duck. 2 years behind me, I'm 68, baby. I'm ahead of you, and I'm fading fast. Nice to have you here, everybody. Thank you so much for coming through here. Thanks for these thumbs ups, like Walter Young, number 68 thumbs up. Thanks, Walter. Appreciate it. Those of you who are popping in here saying hi, I love you guys. This is fantastic. Robert Benson, let's go to 200 thumbs ups. Coyote, I'm number 74 for Uncle Bruce. Thank you, guys. This is absolutely wonderful. JR, number 77, good morning. Let's get that moolah. Alberto is in the house, baby. Yes, sir. DH Ruda is here. 79 thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Very much appreciate all of you doing popping in here. Stephen Butler, number 85 on the thumbs up meter. We're going. We broke 200 yesterday on the air. Rarely lately have I been able to do that while I'm live. Usually I get 200 thumbs ups when I'm off the air with rerunners. Thank you all for hitting the thumbs up button for us. It brings more viewers to the show. Simple as that. It's fantastic. More people find out about what we like, what we're following, and that's a good thing, I think. Good morning, everybody from Constantine. Good day, good day, good day. Let's have a green day here today. I am thumbs up number 89. Let me know what thumbs up number you are. Tell me where you're watching me from. Where are you? Where are you guys? There are people watching here. There's 224 of you. Where are you? Are you in Connecticut? Are you in Los Angeles? Are you in Alberta? Are you in Manchester, England? Are you in Paris, France? Are you in Milan, Italy? Where are you watching me from? Tell us what your temperature is today. How are you? Say hi to the gang out there. Interaction is fabulous. Marcus, number 91. Would you ever pick up? I recommend picking up shares of SoFi or Leaps. Generally for SoFi, I've just been telling people to buy the stock. Just buy the stock. Ricardo, I got lesson number 1, Uncle Bruce. I sent you the email. Oh, wonderful stuff. Coyote, Alberto, these cruise lines got to recover that lost COVID money somehow. John Anderson, hi, everybody. Flint Creek, Alberto, I love you. Coyote, ciao from chilly New Orleans. Right on, Coyote. Alberto, Coyote, facts. Karen, found your channel from a comment in Vegas. I found your channel from a comment in Vegas. This is interesting. Welcome, Karen, to the show. I'm glad you're here. This is wow. Okay. W. Walters, I'm number 100 thumbs up. Flint Creek, tell us what you want to see. What do you want to see? What do you want to see? Lizzie, checking in from London, spent the last week in Munich, Bavaria. Welcome to the show this morning. Boston, from Constantine's Boston, Lorraine, suburbs of Atlanta. 40 degrees. I think it's 40 degrees. Sean, Dundee, Scotland, tuning in. Still love the show, Uncle B. Bring Yoko back. Howdy partner says, I'm from Alberta. Octavio, Santa Clarita, California, mid-70s. I can relate to that. Hannah Gray, good day from Adelaide, Australia. Thank you guys for letting me know. Where are you watching me from? I find this fascinating. Good. Karen, welcome to the show. Cindy B, sunny and 50 in Ferndale, Michigan. Very, very nice weather in Ferndale. White Feather, St. Augustine, Florida, baby. Aurora, I'm from Alberta, Canada. Right on, guys. Thank you so much for filling us in. Where are you watching us from? This is cool stuff. It is much appreciated. What is this market going to do? The Dow right now is showing 1 point lower at the moment. We're showing, there we go. We're showing the S&P up 2.75 and NASDAQ up 55 points. That's what we're showing here. Oil up 15 cents. We're not going anywhere on oil. No way, no how. With America producing over almost 13.5 million barrels a day now. America has plenty of gas and oil available to it. We're not going to see, I think, a whole bunch of upward movement here as far as any shortages go. Very interesting. We may yet be in the mid 60s at any old time as this market keeps faltering, in my humble opinion. I see all kinds of analysts bringing out new guesstimates because it's the end of the year, you see, and it's time now for stock analysts out there to bring out their guesstimates where certain stocks will be through 2024. And I'm noticing, stocks like Apple, where they're trading at right now, we're around 198. They're talking about 220 to 250 a share. I've seen estimates on Tesla over 300. It's 251 right now. I've seen Microsoft, 425 to 450 a share. It's 367. Google, they're talking 160, 70. Amazon, they're talking 180. Nvidia, upwards of 700 a share. I mean, it's just nuts. Adobe, 650 to 700 a share estimates. All kinds of them. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on. And there's one problem here with these kinds of guesses. Sorry, I'm just looking at something else over there. There's a problem with that. By the way, let's see, I'm up 33% on a GameStop $13 cash secured put for June 2024. Should I take profits? Well, you're looking pretty good. 13 a share. Stock's at 17.45. Looks like it wants to climb higher. You could be even higher. On the other hand, you can always roll and cash in this one, and then turn around and write a $15 cash secured put for June or August or November or later. And if you can bring in just as much money or more and lift the thing, you might do that. Totally up to you. Pharma's cold, rainy, sneezy here in Oklahoma. G&G, Polaroid, Let's Go Venice. Right on. Alex, number 71, Manchester, England, checking in, cloudy and mild. JR, Southern California, balmy, 48 degrees. JR, thank you. But dude, that comment was written in the bathroom wall. JK for a good time watch. STWB. What's going on here? Luca, flying back to Milan today after a great week in Toronto. Right on. Robert Benson, Copenhagen is where I am. I know. I've met you in Copenhagen. Alberto, the ocean on the getaway, headed back to New York City right now, buddy. Right on, pal. Hector, watching from the east coast of Mexico. Uncle Bruce, Bobby Atkinson, Brockville, Ontario, or as the locals call it, Brock Vegas. Brian, I'm number 108 on your thumbs up meter. You're well over 100 already. Good morning from everyone out of Calgary. G&G Polaroid, 5K up at SoFi, sold yesterday at 940. Sharon, 110 thumbs up from Central New Jersey. BW, good morning, Uncle Bruce, 109 thumbs up, 39 Fahrenheit in Grit City, USA. Giddy up. Thank you, everybody. The thing here about these analysts predicting stock prices, that, these ridiculous prices, they're assuming a few things to work out. They're assuming inflation truly is over. They're assuming interest rates will truly drop off. They're assuming there will not be a recession in the United States. They're assuming there won't even be an economic slowdown. They're assuming that Europe is going to be stronger while it's getting weaker right now. They're forgetting completely about China and the Asia problem. They are ignoring a lot of reality. And the other thing that they're doing is they're recommending much higher prices on companies' shares that are trading at ridiculous price earnings multiples. None of these, very few of these companies' shares that they're recommending you to get into, which with lofty numbers, have very cheap PE multiples. These are overpriced now, and they're going to be even more overpriced. If these companies deliver half the growth that these guys think they're going to need to justify these prices, the shares will be even lower than where they are now. And they won't even be slightly off. They'll be way off, because you'll probably notice on most analysts right now, none of them are cutting stock prices. Even though we're at record high prices for the indexes, these guys are all upping their prices even higher, beyond 5 or 10%. They're talking 15, 20% price increases in stocks 2024, even though we're at record highs now. That is what we call, in the old days, that used to be known as over exuberance, and a little lofty. I don't know. Marcus, San Jose, California. It's still dark outside. Credit Savage. Good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. I hope everyone's making money and rolling like fools. Correction is coming in here. Larry Titus, Bruce, I'm wanting to tell you something. Ding, 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 ding. That was easy. The market is open. The market is open. Thank you, Larry, very much. We're up and we're running. We're going to start trading here. And what will this market do today? Oh, my goodness gracious. When does the market start taking profits? When do profit takers come in? When do we get that? I don't know. We haven't seen them yet, but maybe we are going to see them. We've seen it on some of the big cap stocks. Some of them are not hitting new highs for the year. Maybe that's that'll continue. I don't know. I'm going to find out. Earlier this morning, by the way, Rocket Lab was looking so good this morning. It was at 560 or something like that. It's now 498, down 19 cents. Very frustrating. Rocket Lab. Although, you know what? I still say this is a great time to write cash secured puts on Rocket Lab. SoFi down a nickel. GameStop unchanged. Matterport up 7. 23andMe trying to get to $1. It's 98 cents. Spire's up 2. ATIP's up 28. Smart Rent's up a nickel. Over at Apple, we're at 197. The high of the year, 199. We've got Cisco at 49. We got Tesla down 84 cents, off about $50 from its high of the year. ARC is down 17 cents. Microsoft at 368, the high of the year, 384. We have Pfizer up 15 cents now. HPQ at 30.81. We got Google at 133, the high of the year, 142. We have Amazon at 148.80 with the high at 150. Nvidia at 485, up $2, the high of the year, 505. Unity is down 8 cents, and AI is off 12 cents. Adobe up $3.35 at 588, the high of the year, 633. That was Wednesday. Spiders are down 82 cents. The Qs are up 131. Netflix is up 23 cents at 470, high of the year, 485. IBM at 163, up a quarter. The high of the year, 166. It's 163. Meta, the Facebook, is at 332. The high of the year, 342. We're down 68 cents. And Vanik Semiconductors at 174 at the high of the year right now. Home Depot, 349. High of the year, 353. We're down $2. There are some stocks that are noticeably off their highs by $8, $10, $15 a share. And I'm wondering if that might be what we're going to get a little more of with others not delivering newer highs. Even as we're watching highs come through on some of these exchanges. Alex says, thank you, Larry. Nate, Omaha, Coyote, bell time. Larry Titus, buzzer. Let's go, baby. Beach Boy, thanks, Larry. JR, the bells. Any thoughts on ME? I think we're going to break $1, and it might go to 115.20. That will take the split, or reverse split, off the table. That will take delisting off the table. That will then allow the company to move forward with forward thinking. I just think there's somebody or something picking up the stock. Has been for weeks, not days, weeks, starting in the low 80s. There have been nibblers just buying up the paper. And I don't know if it's friends of insiders. I don't know who. I don't know. But it's obvious. We're approaching $1 a share. We broke it yesterday, 102 for a moment. It has to close above $1 to take delisting off the table. And by the end of the month, we're over $1. That's what I say. That's what I think. Corona, California, Richard Carlin. Hi, White Feather, Jingle Bells. Hector, I see some red. Charlie, hailing in from Knoxville, Tennessee. Thank you, my friends. Wherever you're from, you're here with us. It's just great to have you here. It is a wonderful thing, a worldwide audience. I appreciate you all from wherever you are to be with us today. It is much, much appreciated. Thank you for those of you who have lately become brand new subscribers. You're now subscribers of this channel. We love that. Those of you who are members of this channel, who've taken that step, this is awesome, especially for those members who just recently have joined us as Gold Bagel members, or you've gone from a regular level membership to the Gold level membership level. Thank you so very much for your commitment to this channel. It is much, much appreciated by Jennifer and I. We are humbled by the fact that many of you have become Gold Bagel members and are becoming Gold Bagel members as the numbers continue to come higher. This is absolutely beautiful. Oh my, am I excited for you kids out there. You guys are going to make a ton of money out there. I know it. You've seen it. You've started to see the evidence yourselves. This is cool bean stuff. Thank you all for joining us today from around the world. Thumbs up meter climbing, now sitting at about, 116. Thank you all for popping those thumbs ups through for us. It's appreciated. All right. Giddy up. Pat Merkley, Severance, Colorado. Bobby, I did my part for ME yesterday. A limit buy 10 shares at $1 when the stock was at 98. There you go. You're helping out. I appreciate you. Yeah, it'll go up. It's probably going to reach 110.20, somewhere in that neighborhood. This is my personal opinion. It's going to be brought over $1 and will stay beyond that for a bit, at least. And that will remove all of the warnings and notices from the New York Stock Exchange about delisting and blah, 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 blah. The tax losses have been taken. Whoever had a tax loss on ME took it already. And so we're already on the rebound. And that's what I think what's also going on here. These guys are not going out of business. They're not in trouble. They're going to be larger, and they're going to be around for a long, long time. I think that the future of ME is there will be a series of agreements made with the company and large pharmaceuticals to license pharmaceuticals to be allowed to utilize the research from all the genome data that they've got. They got the world's largest genome storage thing in the world. They are beefing up their computer systems and their security, all that stuff. Yeah. It doesn't matter. The stock will go higher, and it will sign, I believe, dozens of very expensive licensing arrangements with royalty overrides on new drugs being created. And that's where this entity will become involved in 20 different pharmaceuticals, in 200 different drugs at the same time or more. Could be thousands of drugs being developed over the next 10 years. And there will be the odd big seller of the new cure of this, that, or other. And this is where this company just rakes in the cash. They don't have to spend money to create drugs. They don't have to spend money on labs. They've got the biggest library of gene knowledge on the planet. Very understood, very, very understood company from the investment world, and under the radar, of course, for almost everybody. But hey, you pick this stuff up here at 98, 99 buck a share, sit on it for 10 years. I don't think you lose money. I think you make more than a 5-year treasury note. I think you make more than a 10-year treasury note. I think you could do really well, but you have to be an arm crosser on ME. You got to pick it up down here and just put it away. And when it hits $3 a share, you don't sell it. It hits $5 a share, you don't sell it, because it's never going to go back to 75 cents ever again. But you got to have that kind of patience. You got to have some capital for it. And a lot of you don't have that patience. You don't have that capital. You don't have the ability to be able to wait as long as a Warren Buffett will wait. But that's just whatever. It's just saying, that's my opinion. You wanted my opinion? You got it. Okay, JR. I was thinking of buying another 1,000 of ME. Not too sure though. Well, see, that's the attitude right there of millions. You buy and others follow you like that, the stock's $2 a share. There it is. Dude, 15 months. I've been a member here, says dude. Dope slaps and rug pulls. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Number 1, take the lessons. Number 2, rewatch the lessons. This is good advice. Number 3, internalize the lessons. Number 4, repeat honestly. I've learned so much, and I've made back well over the cost of these lessons. Dude, thank you very much, my friend. And again, you've got to take the me first attitude, and the attitude, if you're going to be around here for a while, you're going to hang out with this gang of regulars, you've got to take the attitude that I'm investing a couple of bucks in his classes. I'm going to spend time with his viewers. I'm going to become part of the Discord channel. I'm part of the family of Stock Markets with Bruce. And I'm going to make my dough I'm going to have my dough start trickling in. And at the very beginning, it's like a little stream. The dough kind of comes in here and comes in there. And then the stream gets stronger and stronger. And it's kind of like being a frog in a pot of hot water on a stove. You don't realize you're boiling to death. It's just unbelievable. That's how the dollars build around here. That's how cash flow builds around here. I have viewers who mentioned to me privately or one-on-ones or whatever, a year ago, I was writing 3 contracts to 5 contracts at a time, and I would do cartwheels when I made a $500 profit on an option position that I wrote and bought back. I would just go, wow, made $500. Now, if I don't make $5,000 on an option transaction, I'm pissed off because my numbers are now so much larger that $500 is tip money. It's true. It's really, really true how that works. But you have to live it yourself, and you have to want it bad enough to put the time in. You got to invest in yourself. You have got to become familiar with how options work from all angles, not just yours. And that's what these classes are all about. It's all I can tell you. I don't pay these people to do that. They're paying me. They're paying YouTube to be members, to tell you to become a member of this channel and to take the classes. That's what these people are doing. Dude is paying money out of his own pocket to tell you to become a member and to take the classes of this channel. I don't pay him to do that. And I love you for it, dude. I appreciate all of you who tell all the rest of you, take the classes and join the party. Bobby, ME, 8 million DNA volunteers for every study every day. Marcus, Rocket Lab down 10%. What happened? It's now in short sale restriction. Market, White Feather, if there are any new viewers wondering, we really do make money here and the classes are well worth it. Charlie, Uncle Bruce, would you be afraid of Adobe spread for February? 620, 630, too much out of the money? No, I wouldn't, but I'd be on top of it at all times. I would also be maybe even more interested in being at 640, 650 for March. I'd like to be even further out in time and get a bigger credit if possible. That might be another way to play it. But Charlie, I know you're on this, so way to go, buddy. Way to go. Welcome everybody to the Party Pals. It's so great to see you all here. There's just so much going on here at the same time. It's unbelievable. Thank you all for being here and being part of this family. This is absolutely wonderful stuff. And thank you. I appreciate your comments to us. And those of you who are members, those of you who are taking classes, who are booking one-on-ones, we're growing with you. This is absolutely beautiful stuff. Okay, kids, thank you all. Those of you who were here last Saturday live with Jen and I when we did class number 17, heads up, the number 17 class has been edited, and I'm just going to finish uploading it into the website. There will be emails going out later today to those of you who were in the class on Saturday, and you're going to get your actual edited copy of the class. Those of you who have sent me a $150 donation since the classes were over, and you want your own copy of 17, I'll be sending you the link directly again later today. Any of you who want class 17, you can either send me a $150 donation today and I'll get you the link, no problem, or you can wait until we get it fully up on the website, which should be tonight or tomorrow. And then after that, you can order the class. For those of you out there, there's 230 of you right here. If any of you out there know someone that you've been talking to about the classes and the channel and writing options, and they're showing an interest in it, and you want to present them with a gift, I would call this a gift of a lifetime. You want to send them class number 1, number 2, whatever. I would be happy to send a link to a class to them on your behalf. Make a donation to my PayPal link, which is down below here. As a matter of fact, the PayPal link is right there. There's the PayPal link. It's just going across. And then send me a private email and say, Uncle Bruce, hotmail.com. There it is. Send me a private email saying, Uncle Bruce, I've just sent you $150 or $300 or whatever. I want you to send class number 1, number 2, or whatever to this individual at this email address as a Christmas present from me to them. I want them to become option writers because they've had a tough time in the market. They've just really gotten their handed to them. It's time for them to turn their performance around and start making money from this market. They've tried every investment known to man. They've never written an option before. I want to give them a shot at understanding what this is about. Let's get them class number 1 or number 1 and 2 or 3 or 4, whatever. Here's the donation. Send it to them, and hopefully they'll watch the classes and they'll follow you, and they too will become option writers and change their fortunes around. You let me know, okay? So if any of you want to do that, there is the info. I'll keep the thing scrolling down there, and away we go. All righty. Let's see. Brian, Rocket Lab, 4 million volume. It's crazy. It's just sell cash secured puts, right? Cash secured puts. Dude, here's a $10 donation. Uncle B, take the classes. I've learned more in this chat about financial management than all the books and lectures from others. Keep in mind, my parents were commissioned financial advisors. They were actually advisors. Nico, how you doing there, pal? Member for 15 months. Take the classes. Don't be a slacker. Take the classes. Don't let Strickland catch you out of class if you're hanging around the halls of this channel. I agree. He never had hair, and he hands out pink slips like you cannot believe. Did that guy ever have hair? Like, what's the deal with that guy? Thank you all very, very much for these, wise words. What can I tell you? These folks on their own free will are telling you guys what the upside is here, and you have to believe these people. They're not kidding. They're for real. 129 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. This is awesome. We're going for 200 again today. Thank you. We're 17 minutes into the market. Let's take a look at some of our favorites and see what's going on here. At the moment, I show the Dow off I think we're off about 59 points. I'm just going to try to fire up my big ass iPad. It's showing a loss of 72 right now on the Dow. We're showing S&P down 6.9 points, and NASDAQ still up about 43. So it's a mixed market. For a while yesterday, the NASDAQ was down while the other two were up, and now the other, we're getting this going on here. Oil is giving up some ground right now. We're down 41 cents a barrel at 71.17. We're losing this $70 handle again. That's what I think is going on there. There's a guy named Williams. He's a Fed governor, I think. He said the Fed isn't really talking about cutting interest rates right now. We're not talking about that right now. And that's the right thing to say, because they aren't talking about cutting rates right now. The bond market is talking about cutting rates. The speculators in the bond markets, the market dreamers out there are talking about cutting interest rates. The ECB is not talking about cutting interest rates. That's a European Central Bank. They're not talking about it. Bank of England, they're not talking about cutting rates. Bank of Canada, they're not talking about cutting rates. Nobody in the big central banks is actually aggressively talking about lower interest rates. Not going to happen for quite some time. Inflation has got to be licked first, and the evidence isn't there that it's gone. It's hanging around, but it isn't gone. Remember this, starting January the 1st, the automakers get their raises. All these auto workers that went on strike, 400,000 of them, plus all kinds of spin-off companies that deal with the auto companies, those workers have negotiated pay raises just like the auto workers. We are talking maybe 1 million workers at least getting a substantial raise coming in Jan 1. We have got UPS workers, unionized, they got their contracts. All the airline pilots, for all the airline, they got their raises. Flight attendants, mechanics, millions upon millions upon millions of people in Canada, the United States, elsewhere, have been getting 8 and 10 and 12% pay raises starting Jan 1. The military of the United States and I believe workers of the United States government, 5.2% pay raises are kicking in Jan 1. This will pop the inflation rate, no matter what oil does. Oil can go down to 65 a barrel. You get these pay raises coming through the system, and they will. This will bump the number higher. And that's why the Fed is going, we'll talk about lowering rates later, hopefully in 2024, maybe 3 times. It'll be a quarter point each time, by the way. That's all you're going to see, if anything. We're not going anywhere. There are people out there who are speculating on 6 rate cuts, and they think the first 2 are going to be 1% each, and then half a point, and then a quarter point, going back to 0. Dreaming in dreamland, absolute out of reality. There's no chance of that. And so sober second thoughts and sober hangovers are being experienced shortly, and we're down 50 on the Dow. Nothing serious, but there's the beginning of the beginning of the beginning. We're down 6 points on S&P. We're up 40 on NASDAQ. Can we just go straight up? No, we can't. Draw back to March as they have $20 spreads, says Charlie. I hear you there, my friend. But those can be adjusted in January. Back to 10. Dude, I was forced to learn finance in my young adulthood. And the thing to take away is don't be afraid. You can do this just as well as the morons taking fees to manage your money in their funds. I have seen in my career as a stockbroker, branch manager, VP, president of a public traded company, mutual fund administrators. I've had all these jobs. I've had all these jobs in the markets. Always saw morons in the business. And I ask myself, how do these people get hired? How do these people get licensed? I don't understand it. It's just unbelievable, but it's true. JR, hey, everybody, don't be afraid to invest $2,000 in yourself. Buy those classes, listen in, ask questions, but most of all, make money. There you go, right there. Charlie, okay, I took my shot. 615, 624, February, 323 credit, 5 contracts. Boom, there we go. Okay, he's taking his shots. Let's see what happens. Kaboom. Hope for the best, my friend. We'll see what happens. Cheers, all of you. We're down 25 cents on GameStop. The Dow's off 53. Spire's down 20. AI's down 17 cents. Spiders are down 71. The Qs are up 150. SoFi's down 15 cents at the moment. Apple is down 29. Enphase at 120.97. It's up 75 cents. Netflix up 39. Adobe is up 40 cents at 5.85. Nvidia is up 4.68 at 4.88. Tesla's down 150 a share. Rocket Lab at 4.70 right now. The low of the day, 4.63. What a bargain, and what an opportunity to write $5 cash secured puts, $6 cash secured puts, $7 cash secured. Further out in time, they're handing you these dollars. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. It's 4.7 million traded. I don't know. 8 hours ago, reaches new annual launch record with the 10th Electron mission. They're launching rockets. I don't know why the stock's down. I can't answer this. I can't. It's stupid, but there it is. Take the long-term trade, write puts that bring you premium, and dare the market to make you buy the stock. Absolutely. Anyway, Matterport down 5 cents. Smart Rent down 8. Owens Corning down 45 cents. ATIP down a penny. Unity up 36. Google is up 139. Moderna up $2. Cisco up 23. Pfizer's up 40. IBM up 13 cents. HPQ down 28. Microsoft up 333. ME at 97.5 cents, up 2.7 cents. Amazon up 2.19. Home Depot down $4. Vanik Semiconductors down $1.30. Goldman down a dime. Boeing is up 3.93. Meta up 4.13. Target down 60. JP Morgan down 2 cents. Costco, it looks like it's up $24 today. 6.54. Wild. 46 times earnings. Unreal on Costco. Walmart down 2 cents. Disney down 73. American Airlines down 9. AMC down 5. DraftKings right now is sitting at where's that quote? Yeah, it is down 9 cents on DraftKings. Royal Caribbean up 185 to $123 a share on Royal Caribbean. Unbelievable. But there it is. We're down 60 on the Dow. We're down 4 on S&P, and we're ahead 47 on NASDAQ at the moment. That's where we're at. Oil down 36 cents a barrel at the moment. There you go, kids. We're having fun. Giddy up. Charlie, correction, 615, 625 on my contracts. Okay, sir. Right up. However it works, whatever you're comfortable with, you're on it. Okay, good. Okay. Welcome to the party, pals. It's nice to have you here. Thank you for these thumbs ups today. Broke the 100 barrier before the opening, and now we're pushing 100 and let's see, we're getting an update. 136 thumbs ups. Thank you all very much for the pop there in the thumbs up meter. It helps a lot. Tells YouTube to send people over here. Follow this YouTuber with his gang of regulars. 231 people, 135 thumbs ups. Yeah, it's a pretty good ratio. Thank you all, and keep those coming in if you can. Appreciate it. All right, how's it gonna play out, guys? It's Friday. It's option expiry day. We have volatility today. Maybe a little more here and there than we want, but it is what it is. We're up 46 on AI at 31.88. We were at 27 bucks a share, what, a week ago? Cash secured put writers are happy. Oh yeah, I would say. Spiders are down 45 cents. Nothing serious, but will it get more aggressive? We'll find out. GameStop looks like it's recovering a little. It's only down 16 cents. The volume is up just a million shares. We brought them down at 1708. We're at 1726 now. And then on SoFi, we got down to 931 for like a minute, 30 seconds, something like that. We're now at 943. We've gained back 12 cents. We're only down 2 cents, 946. We're down 2 cents on the session. 7.8 million in 27 minutes. Not as heavy as yesterday, but a little pullback at the beginning and now a snap up rally here. 946 on SoFi at the moment. That is where I see this market at the moment. Apple down just 33 cents on the session. Adobe down $1.23 at 583. There you go. That's the story. I'm sticking to the story. JR says AI is up. My covered calls are losing, but I'm happy. Rollovers, yes, indeed. And the value of whatever you're writing against is going up too. Everybody forgets that part. Almost everybody forgets that when they write calls on deep in the money calls or they write calls on stock and they're down on their covered calls, that's because their stock went up and they're richer here than down here. I would bet you that JR, if he does the mathematics in the last few days with his positions, that what he's gaining on his value of his AI versus what is losing on his covered call, he's ahead. He's actually making money, and he has rollovers in his future to bring in even more cash. What a sweet way to play this game. Down 80 now on the Dow. I think we're approaching the low of the session on the Dow Jones. I think that's the story. It's nothing serious, though. I mean, the percentage here is a nothing burger. The low was 37,092. So we were actually lower than this earlier this morning, from what I can tell you. We're at 37,150, down 96. 30s. We're approaching the low of the session. The high was 37,250. We're 37,250. We're 37,150, down 100 points from the high of the session at the moment. I'm watching this closely, see how it wants to play out. Spiders are down 89 cents at 469.21. The Qs are still holding a gain with NASDAQ sitting up with a 45-point gain. The Qs are up 163 at this second in time. Well, that can change, as we know. SoFi down 3 cents at 944. No big deal. Due to saying, I've spent the last 6 months attempting to get access to annuity my parents put me in 20 years ago. Its average is a 2.5% return per year in that time. Pathetic, really. 20-year return, 2.5%. Is it any wonder you want to manage that yourself? Wow. How many millions, tens of millions of people are stuck in this kind of garbage? It is ridiculous. And the people that run these annuities, the top enders, are living the life of luxury. They're in the nicest homes in the country. They have the most valuable artworks in their homes. They have the best furniture. They have people looking after their needs. They transport wherever they go in first-class luxury. They stay at the best hotels. They have the finest resorts when they go on holiday. And you are getting screwed with a 2.5% return for 20 years. It is unbelievable, the highway robbery that's going on. Take control of your lives, people. This is ridiculous. Stop giving it away to someone else. Marcus, I sold Rocket Lab July 19, $5 put at 105. I'll buy it at 395. Oh, so you wrote a cash secured put for $5. No, you wrote it at, I'm not sure what's going on here. I sold Rocket Lab. I'm trying to figure this out. What's Marcus actually telling me? He says he sold a July I don't understand this $5 put. I sold 5 puts. Maybe he sold 5 puts, and now he's going to buy them at 5. I don't understand why you'd have to pay more. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm getting this. Rocket Lab. Okay, Rocket Lab. I sold July 5 puts at 105. I will buy them at 395. I wrote it. I wrote the put. So are you down on this put? I don't quite get it. I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm a little lost. We're at 472 on the stock now, down 45 cents. And I don't quite understand what your message actually means. I know that in the last 6 months, in July, the stock was in the $8 neighborhood, 7, and then it went down, and now it's come back up a bit. I mean, so he means if exercise, he would buy the stock at 395. That's true, and he'd be happy doing it. I could see that. Gotcha. Okay, I think we're getting Alex. Thanks, because I'm sitting here going, I understand. He'll buy the stock at 395. Okay, yeah, give it to me. He says, give me the stock at 395. Sure. 472 right now. All right, we're down 95 on the Dow. Spires are down a nickel. AI up 67 cents despite the Dow backing off. We're at 3209. Spiders are down 90. The S&P is down 718 and falling. The Qs are up 159. The NASDAQ is showing a 42-point gain. The Qs today got up to 405.50, and now we're at 405.05, and we got down to 403.80 at the very opening here. So let's see how this plays out. Can the Qs hold? Will NASDAQ give up some ground here to join the Dow and the S&P 500? Well, it's option expiry day. Volatility all over the map, to say the least, isn't it? All right, 951 on SoFi. We're up 4 cents on the session on SoFi. SoFi is green now. Giddy up, kids. Those cash secured puts on SoFi, how are they working out for you? I'm sure they're doing all right. We're at 8.8 million on SoFi now in 33 minutes, and we're green on the session after bottoming out at 931. That's all it gave back, and that didn't last long down there, did it? Very interesting. We're down 19 cents on GameStop. That's all. 19 cents on the GameStop shares. The GameStop low of 1708, the high of 1758, and we're at 1724 now, down 20 cents at this second in time on GameStop. So we're watching that closely. Dow is now down 108 points, S&P down almost 6, NASDAQ still showing 47-point gain. Oil down 18 cents a barrel right now. We're watching a lot of stuff going on here. The Credit Savage is saying, Uncle Bruce, I sold 2 January 2024 $40 AI cash secured puts back in August for $13. Then I rolled $40 up to $35 for April plus premium. Yesterday, I rolled up to January 2025. 30s for more premium. Same stock, got 1,000 back plus 1,600 premium. Here we go. There you have it. This is managing your assets the big time. JR, I ain't afraid of no volatility, rollovers, profit taking. What would scare me in this scenario? That Credit Savage said that is per contract. I'm doing this per contract. Is this real life? Same stock, more money, same shares. Giddy up, buddy. 2 contracts pulling in 1,600 premium each. Well done, sir. Doesn't hurt. The stock is popping up to 32.16. Giddy up, baby. Giddy up, man. That's a $5 move from 27, isn't it? Just last week. Isn't that great? I love it. Welcome to the party, pal. Down 101 on the Dow, 5 points lower on S&P. We've got Spiders down 71 cents. The Qs are still holding a 192 gain. It's a divergent market right now. SoFi unchanged. GameStop down 18, and we continue forward to see what is going on. Fun times, kids. Oh, man. Welcome to the party, pals. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for letting me know where you are. It's great to know. Where are you sitting at in the world? And what's your temperature today? How are things? I think it might be also time. We can't ignore these guys any longer, because if we do, it's at our peril. It just might be time to acknowledge and honor the knights of NEET. Because if we don't, we are just taking our lives into our hands, and that is just not a wise thing to do in this market. The Knights of NEET are all powerful. They're all knowing, and they watch us very closely, and they know who's been naughty or nice. JR, Luca, and Larry are on this. They're so ahead of me on this. A time to honor the Knights of NEET by putting up a couple of these knee emojis. Here we go. NEET, 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 NEET. Here we go. The Knights of NEET must be honored. Otherwise, we are in big trouble. We can't have that. We just cannot afford to not have the Knights of NEET like us. So that's just wrong. That makes no sense whatsoever. Some of you are going to have to watch the Search for the Holy Grail movie this weekend to understand the meaning of the Knights of NEET and how powerful they are and how dangerous it can be to not honor the Knights of NEET. There you go. Thank you all. Thank you for the love and all the following here. Richard Carlin, TJ, DH Ruda, NEET, Karen D, NEET. There they come. There's no missing out on the Knights of NEET. Hector, NEET, JR, bring on the shrubbery. That's correct. Alex, NEET. Marcus knows, everyone here who makes money in the option market, we all know the power of the Knights of NEET, and we do not mess with the Knights of NEET. Notice the shrubbery's green, says JR. Howdy, partner. NEET. There you go. Think I'm alone on this? Oh, no. Think again. So many other channels ignore the Knights of NEET, and they pay a terrible price for doing that. I can't help these people. It's just too darn bad. I want a shrubbery, says Hector. NEET. Yes, indeed. Happy Knights of NEET makes for a good time and for a very good market, without question. The party is on. NEET. I love it. Thank you all. We need more thumbs ups. 200 plus people are watching. Come on, you guys, help this guy out. 146 thumbs ups. That's pathetic. Strickland's going to catch you guys. He's going to catch you in the hallway without having given us a Knights of NEET emoji or a thumbs up. And you're just asking for it. I mean, this guy lives to hand out pink slips. You don't want to get a pink slip from Strickland. Don't get caught. Hand out a thumbs up. Put the Knights of NEET out there. Do yourself a favor and make these markets go the way you want them to go. Thank you all. So much fun. Oh, boy. What we're going to do? We're down 81 on the Dow. We're down 4 on S&P. We're up 56 on NASDAQ. And we have $5 trillion of options expiring today that have to be rolled over. $5 trillion of options today. $5 trillion today. Oh, my goodness. That is unthinkable money from back in the 80s when we were trading back then. I remember when the Dow would hit 100 million shares of volume for the day. 100 million on the New York Stock Exchange, the whole exchange, all of it. 100 million shares a day would change hands, and we thought, look at all that money changing hands on New York. How do those billionaires do it? How do those millionaires do it? It's unbelievable. I remember when we hit 1 billion shares of trading in one day on the New York Stock Exchange. 1 billion shares in one day. We thought, oh, wow, has this market ever exploded? Well, we can't keep this up. There's no way we can keep this up. And now we have $5 trillion of options expiring today. Oh my God, trillions. Oh my God. BW heat map is showing the markets are turning red. Miraculously, the magnificent sevens ride again, and they're holding the markets right here. Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, I wrote January 2025 cash secured puts on Rocket Lab. I wrote 4s at 81 and 5s at 133. Assigned, it's 3. If I get assigned 319 and 367 a share, I'm thinking neat. Bring me, buy me, make me buy this stuff. Go ahead. Farmless Strickland can't handle my superior wit and awesomeness. I fear him not, says Farmless. The Credit Savage, Uncle Bruce, I did the math, and those AI shares, if I get assigned after premium, I'll be getting $30 for AI shares for a cost of $14. I mean, I'm a kind guy. I'll gladly take them from someone else's hands at those prices. If you want to hand me your shares at $14 each, I'll take them from you. It's okay. I'm here. Zed Estate, good morning. Triple witching today. Brian, BW, all natural, no worries. Uncle Bruce taught us how to hedge. Zed, I am thumbs up 149. Thank you, my friend. Love you for that. Love you. JR, the credit savage, dude, you are kicking it, man. You are kicking it. There you have it. That's what you got to do, people. You got to be managing your assets. Don't let someone else manage it for 2.5%. My God, here comes Auntie Jen. Here we go. Auntie Jen, how are you? How are you?
I'm good. How's everybody today?
We're kind of active today. We're watching $5 trillion of options expire today. I was just mentioning to the gang here that I remember back in the 80s, the first time that the New York Stock Exchange had 100 million shares trading in one day.
In one day.
100 million shares traded in one day on the entire New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah.
Then I remember it was in the 2000s, it was 1 billion shares traded on the New York Stock Exchange. 1 billion shares traded. We thought, they can't keep that up. That's going to go back to 500 million. There's no way you can keep up that kind of volume. I don't know, what is it today? 5 billion a day, 10 billion a day? Options, $5 trillion of options. $1 trillion of options today. My God. I remember the national news in Canada. One of the leading stories for Canada was the 11 o'clock news or the 10 o'clock news. And my dad and I were watching CBC, and the Royal Bank of Canada, it was revealed that they had released their financial statements during the day, that particular day. And for the year, it was estimated they were going to make more than $1 billion in profit for an entire year. And there were politicians in Ottawa calling for an excess profits tax.
That's obscene profits.
An obscene profits tax on all the banks. They're making way too much money. $1 billion a year they're making. Analysts, of course, that were brought on to talk about this topic were saying, well, this goes to show you how strong the banks are in Canada. And keep in mind that over half the money they make isn't from Canadians. Right. Over half the money they make is from their international operations. Canadian banks are so well respected around the world. They do deals in Asia, Europe, the US, everywhere. More than half the money they make is from outside Canada. They repatriate the money into the country of Canada. They pay Canadian taxes on their profits. What do you need an excise profits tax for? You're already getting taxes on money they're making around the world. Let them make more. Then, years later, it was an embarrassment when Royal Bank of Canada had to admit, we make more than $1 billion every 90 days. We make more than $1 billion a quarter now. That was a shocker. We got to have a tax on that. And then again, the same argument. And then we saw the financial meltdown of 2008, 2009, when U.S. banks were in big trouble. We had the financial crisis, and all of the big chartered banks in Canada were going, we're fine.
We're fine.
We're okay. We haven't overexposed our customers to mortgages. We don't give mortgages with nothing down. We don't do mortgages without income verification. We need minimum 20% before we even consider a mortgage, unless you have insurance, and the insurance is part of the mortgage. We don't. We have no problems here in Canada. Canadian banks held their own, and American banks and international banks were in big trouble. The government of Canada didn't have to bail out a single bank in Canada.
Canadians are famous for saving.
Canadians are famous for saving, being frugal, being very polite. So screw you. We're polite, okay?
That was easy.
There you go. So screw off. There you go. We're the nicest, politest people in the world. How about that? And that's so pretty. Oh boy. Good morning. Welcome to Triple Witching, says Zed.
Is this the third Friday?
This is the third Friday. Yeah, 5
But it's
trillion.
only the 15th.
5 trillion in options expiring today. This is the
Because
third
first
Friday.
was a Friday.
Yeah.
We've been here for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Richard, good morning, Auntie Jen. JR, good morning, Auntie
Auntie.
Jen. We are kicking it,
Good morning,
especially
JR.
the Credit Savage. Beach Boy, Credit Savage, you were probably Mother Teresa in another life.
Oh.
You're so kind to people.
Is he?
He's so kind.
He's a giver.
He's a giver. He has given AI investors all kinds of opportunities. He is now in a situation where if he were to be exercised on his cash secured puts, he's buying AI at $14 a share, and it's trading right now at $32 a share. That's the that's the kind of giver he is. He just gives and gives and gives. Credit Savage. And the Raiders won by like 566 points to 0 against the Chargers. I mean, how about that?
Can you believe that?
Oh, what a game that was.
63 to 21. And 14 of those 21 came after the 63. Like,
oh my God.
We're not going to stop anymore.
Zed, still have GameStop 15s, 30 contracts sold for $2 each, expires in April. Still hold and roll. Your thoughts? Right now, you can hold them. If the shares back off a little more and you can roll into 16s or 18s for further out, you might, but you might not do anything. Just sit here and relax.
Hey, Zed, how's your weather? The weather?
Yeah.
I mean, today is pretty crappy in Alberta.
Yeah.
We got fog, we got bad highways, we got,
Not we, they.
We got trucks in the middle of the highway.
Oh gosh, Brian says I would roll. The stock's above your buyout at 15 plus 2. The Big E. Oh, yes, AI.
That's a good yardstick.
That's a good yardstick. Yeah. AI. Okay, Big E. My AI 2024 January 19 call 20 just got assigned. Okay. Thank you, Charlie. Uncle Bruce, when you say $1 billion, please put your pinky in your mouth like Dr. Evil. $1 billion. That's right. The Credit Savage, Beach Boy. I aspire to be like you, my friend. The Credit Savage. A few years back, I read a hedge fund manager made $4 billion. I want to have his problems. There you go. Multiple estates in multiple countries, multiple housekeepers at all your different houses, multiple jets, multiple pilots to worry about, and flight attendants to worry about, because they're on your full-time payroll.
Right, like when you see a jet that you think, oh, I might like to buy that, does your brain go back to when you were a normal person and you made normal money and you thought about buying a new dining room table? Like, do you...
You aspired to maybe buying a new dining room table.
Because these, billions, I have no reference.
We can't relate
I have
to
no
it.
reference.
We cannot relate to it. It's true. Yeah. It is so true.
And I bet you it's less than a dining room table.
Oh, I would say.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say. Yeah. Unbelievable. There are people in the next 2 weeks who are about to get bonuses for the end of the year. You're going to hear all about it in January.
I think today a lot of people got paid. A lot of the every 2 weekers got paid.
Yes.
A lot, and the 15th middle of the monthers.
Yep.
And maybe some Christmas bonuses.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah, I bet you this weekend. Don't go to the mall.
I was watching a video the other day. It was Paul McCartney being interviewed by a reporter for I think a Sunday morning on CBS. I used to watch that show all the time. And he was being interviewed at the National Portrait Gallery because they were opening up the portrait display. Mm-hmm. I think it's called In the Storm or something like that, where Paul McCartney was taking photos, his own photos, of what was happening to the Beatles in the end of 63 into 64, just as they were going to the Ed Sullivan Show and after that. And so he was talking to this reporter about how they uncovered 2,000 photographs. He has an archivist. Paul McCartney's a billionaire. He has employees, and one of them is a photo archivist because he's documenting his life. Why not? I'm happy he is. So his archivist were talking, and Paul said, I took photos. I think I took a bunch of photos in 63, 64. She says, oh, yes, you did. He says, are any around? Like, are there 10 or 20 around anymore from those? She says, we have 2,000 of your photos that you took. All my photos. Oh, we saved them all. We've been able to preserve them. Oh, my goodness, this is fantastic. Would you like to see them? He said, oh, I would. She says, I'll put a little portfolio together. You can look at your own photos that you took in 63, 64. So a week later, he met with her again, and she's showing him his photos from that he took personally with his Pentax
That's
camera.
so cool.
So cool. So that's where the National Portrait Gallery idea came. They put together this collection of these photographs documenting 1963 November to December into January, February, March, and April of 64. That window where the Beatles blew out and became worldwide sensations. And he was talking about how his brother was a good photographer as well. His brother was really into photography. And so he bought his brother a camera when he started making some serious money. And he bought him.
Yeah, because his brother, I think, bought him his first camera.
That's right. His brother bought him a camera. Now the famous one buys his younger brother. It's called a Hasselblad camera. It's a German, I believe, German or Swiss high-end camera. Again, for the time of that at that moment. His brother is a professional photographer. He helped his brother become a professional photographer and has made a very good living as a professional photographer.
I think he always had that in him, but having the nice cameras definitely helped.
Yeah. Now I know that there were photos of Paul McCartney's father when he became famous. He bought his father a house. Paul didn't stop at just a camera for the brother. He bought his dad his own house with a yard rather than a townhouse, one of many. His original townhouse that is still standing in Liverpool. It's a tourist draw now. But Dad's actual house he bought for his father, his own home. And the other three, they did a lot for their families as well, obviously.
GameStop's having a little bump there. It went down to 1709, and now it has immediately jumped back up.
A little. Here we go. 1717 down 27 cents.
It was going down a penny, going down a penny, going.
Yeah. 1701 was the low. We're now 1717 down 27. Yeah, there you go.
Maybe the shorters got what he wanted.
Could be. Somebody got sold out. Now someone's jumping in. We're down 88 on the Dow. We're down 1.6 on S&P. We're up 66 on Nasdaq. Oil is down 53 cents a barrel at 71.05. We're about to lose $71 to go back to the 70 range. Oh yeah. We've got more comments.
I need oil up so the Canadian dollars up so I get more American dollars for my Canadian dollar.
Well, it's okay. We're just fine. We're going to be okay. And the new hip is coming January 16th, kids. The new hip is coming. Let's go. The Credit Savage says, Uncle Bruce, if people watch your videos of a year or more ago, they'll see how I was pounding the table on Unity, Robolex, and AI. Some listened, some didn't, but that's okay. Z Estate, 1.2 million thumb in the finger. 1.2 million thumb in. I don't know what this means. I have no idea. Brian, the Credit Savage, didn't you also pound your fists to buy FRB? Hector, Garoppolo is out of a job. I don't know who that is. Credit Savage.
He's a quarterback.
Okay. Credit Service said, this is true, Brian, but I did say that it was a riskier move and also said, y'all don't have to follow me on this one, which I never said about Unity, AI, or Roblox. Beach Boy, Anti-Gen, Credit Savage is laying it too thick. He's up something here. Brian, the Credit Savage just poking fun at you. Can't win them all. It's okay. And all worker, Beach Boy in the house, Zeta State. Big E, was your AI stock cheaper than 20? Not a lurker. Hello, Anti-Gen. JR, Hasselblad, high-end camera. Wish I could have had one when I was taking high school pics, yearbook pics back then. Credit Savage, even Uncle Bruce, with all of his experience, made a bad call here and there with them SPACs. Have laugh all about its nature of the business. There you go. Dude, that's how you know you're well off. Oh, let me call my archivist. Splair, how you doing, y'all? Good morning, Jen from Splair. How do you do? Beach Boy, not a lurker, please keep your voice down. Loose lips, sink ships.
Easy for you to say.
That's right. So easy for you to say. Welcome all to the show. We enjoyed that Paul McCartney exhibit immensely, and we just happened to be in London when it was on. It was.
It's not a plan.
It wasn't planned months in advance. It just turned out that way. I mentioned to Jen when we were getting ready to get going, I said, there's this exhibit happening that I want to see in London, the McCartney thing. And we saw it. I'm so glad we saw it. Fantastic.
And when you come out of that little exhibit, the first thing you see of the start of the tour for the rest
the National
of the
Portrait Gallery
is the new official picture of the king.
The king, the new king.
It's the pictures are so much bigger than I thought they
8 feet
were.
tall by 4 feet wide. There he is.
It's just so realistic.
It's
I don't know
else.
how people have that kind of talent.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. Very, very, very cool. Splair, I'm actually out for my last break. 2 hours left until I can go home. Finally, right on, buddy. Beach Boy.
No, we can't.
And Stock Not a Lurker. Richard, Jimmy G, Splair. No, I'm number 153, says Splair. Thank you, my friend. Giddy up, kids. Welcome to the party, pals.
63 to 21.
What a game yesterday. Oh my gosh, silly. And the Flames on the road tied the game, held on to a tie, lost in overtime, lost in the shootout. So they take home 2 out of 6 points from a road trip. The best 10th place team money can buy.
And
these
the
boys
two were both overtime points.
Oh yeah. They always are.
2 games.
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes. They don't win overtime.
Look at that, 17-36.
Right, we're down 8 cents on GameStop. Yeah. We're back, baby. Look at that GameStop go. We're down 2 cents on SoFi. We're down 8 on GameStop, and we're up 64 on AI. 32.06. How about that? And the Dow's down 61.62. The S&P is up 1 point. We've turned it around, and Nasdaq's up 74. A lot of volatility all day long. 5 trillion in options expiring today. No kidding. We're going to see crazy volatility all day long. Let's see. Big E. Yes, that AI was bought for $17. Charlie, Uncle Bruce, I'm a licensed commercial pilot, so please pass my info to the first of your viewers to buy their private jet. Only if they have Wi-Fi on the jet, so I can trade at 35,000 feet, please.
Absolutely, Charlie.
Richard, ME hit 101 for a split second here. They're trying to run it again. ME now is, there we are, and 95.2 right now. Yes, it did touch it for a moment at the opening. We've traded 1.5 million. Now at 95.2. This is just off the low of 94. They'll take another run at it. And believe you me, it will go over $1 and will reach 120, 125. It will happen. If you want to get in the low 90s and run it to 120, knock yourself out for trade. But it's going there. There is a buyer buying up the loose paper, and there are shorters trying to stop it, and they're going to get whacked. And that's your old man's advice of the day. A SoFi is green, says Not a Lurker. SoFi is green. Oh, yeah. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. Oh, my God. Well, I see it 946 down a penny. It's okay. Credit Savage, Charlie, holy smokes, trading at 35,000 feet. Why I will now try to do that. I think you actually
can. New Mile High Club.
I have a credit card that gives me status and free Wi-Fi when flying. I think, yay! Splair, yesterday was really crazy. Made then at least 200 for hanging in bed here. Mandu, hi there, Auntie Jen. Mandu number 5. Credit Savage, I need a bloodbath day now, so please tell Rugman to make an appearance real soon. Having cash on hand to sell cash secured puts. It's burning my hands. BW, triple nothing burger knows markets can flip and turn on a dime. So when there are hedge fund crushers going to step up, or when is the big profit taking coming? When? Please tell me when. Just hang around. Just stick around and watch the show, kids. Tons of fun is what we got going on here.
Trying to hang on to those 30 cents.
Never a dull moment. Here's SoFi, 947, 948. It's trying to go green. GameStop down 12. Yep, we're still down 3 cents on Spider. We're down 70 points on the Dow. That's the story. I'm sticking to it. Oil down. Ooh, oil is dropping. 70 now. Here it goes. Down 88. Here goes oil through 70. Going down, baby. Going down. There's the story. Auntie Chen, there it is.
I'm going for coffee.
Well,
that's what we're doing to that poor chair.
It was the swing. I got it. It's crap. This was a crap chair. The problem is when you rent a unit that is furnished for you, you got to take the furniture they give you, and you get what you get. And at least this chair has a little bit of a rocking
thing.
It's
got a rock for you,
and it's peeling away. It's a garbage.
Leather seat is.
Oh, what are you gonna do? It's all about delivering for the viewers the information to help them get richer. That's what it's all about. And so, way to go, kids. Okay, Auntie Jen, you're gonna take off for.
Have a good weekend, everybody. Get out there.
Yeah.
Get that Christmas shopping done.
Yes, it's the weekend.
Get those pies made.
This is it. Yes.
Lemon pie.
Yeah, baby. Thank you, Auntie Jen. Alrighty, there you go, kids. She has come, she is gone, and it's all good. It's all good. Jan 16 is the official date for a brand new hip to be installed. That is a month and 1 day from now. So the countdown is on. We're excited. It's looking good. Thank you, guys. All appreciate you being here. Let's see what else now going on. Charlie says that's why pilots close the door. They're up there listening to Uncle Bruce. Credit Savage still early, by the way. Remember that these shenanigans can happen in 5 minutes, and wham. And now we know, says Credit Savage. Let's see. Did you say you wanted to rock? Credit Savage, have a good day, Auntie Jen. Bye, Auntie Jen from JR. Bobby, is that chair made with real Corinthian leather? JR, what? No bagel this morning? I don't feel hungry this morning for a bagel. I got to wait a while before eating it. How soon after surgery can she start jitterbugging? There's the question. There you go. Oh, my. Well, they get her on her feet within, an hour or two. They got her on her feet already. Of course, the painkillers help with that. She does laugh about it, that she says, yeah, I can walk from the car into the house. No problem. Give me the walker. I can walk with a new artificial hip. Yeah, because the drugs are just nullifying all the searing pain. And then put the ice machine on everything. Yeah, it's all good. We are looking forward to the recovery mode and rebuilding her strength again with physio. And this is what it's about. And hopefully she will be pain-free for many, 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 many more years. And that would be just a good thing. Get her more active. It's a good thing. We're up 73 cents on the AI, 32.15. How about that? Very interesting. GameStop just down a dime now, and SoFi 947 trying to go higher. The volume now on SoFi is 12.2 million. The volume on GameStop at 1734 down a dime, 1.7 million. Shorters took a run at it. They tried to take another run at it. Didn't work. It's coming back. This GameStop keeps coming back. It snaps back. They take a shot at it. It pops back. 1734. Won't go back to 14. Won't go back to 15. Doesn't want to go back to 11. Interesting. Yeah. Let's watch for that. Only down 9 now on GameStop. Let's see what happens. Splair, any thoughts on Rocket Lab? We've talked about it all morning, and I just like it. I just like it a lot. Anyway, there you have it. What can I say, folks? We have what we have, and we're doing what we're doing, and we're watching what we're watching. That's all I can tell you. There it is. Yes, indeed, everybody. Welcome to the party, to today's show. Thank you again. Those of you who have been able to hit the thumbs up button, we are now breaking, let's see, we were at 146 a while ago. Now we're sitting at 158 thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. 158 thumbs ups. We're 42 away from 200 thumbs ups today. Thank you, guys, for bringing them in the house. It is so much appreciated. Fabulous. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Run this, baby. We have 177 folks here. Thank you all for sticking around. Friday, the 15th of December, 2023. 16 days to go. The year is over. Wow. What a run this market has been on, and what a year we have had. What a 3 years about to be had here. In January, I will have been on the air every day during the markets for 3 years in a row. What unbelievable. Thank you all who have joined me throughout this entire journey, and those who have joined us during this journey. It has been something. You want to see how far you've come as viewers of this channel. Take a look at the the shows we did 2 years ago. You can go to my channel and you can see videos I did 2 years ago, 3 years ago, a year and a half ago, 8 months ago. You'll see how far the viewers have come down the highway on option writing. Oh man, are we doing stuff here that we weren't talking about 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago? Not even close. Fabulous. Let's see here. JR saying second rolls on AI over 3 accounts. I have February 16, 2024 covered calls at 990, 1060, 1055. Thank you, gamblers, to quote another famous person on this channel. Oh my. You got to love this. BW just flipped the spiders. Positive struggle session is in play today. Very good. Very interesting. Not a lurker. Wow, has it been 3 years? Yes. I started going much more active on this channel about December of 2020. I had started this channel in May or June of 2020. And by December of 2020, I was talking about GameStop on just doing recorded videos about what was happening on GameStop today, what's happening on GameStop today. Then in late December and early January, I started doing the odd live show. And it was around the 25th of January, all hell broke loose. This channel just went ballistic with views. And it has been nuts. Always Be Writing is here. How you doing? Spider credit spread, 450, 460, expiring 12/15/23. 450 call got assigned. What should I do with the 460 call? Well, the 460 call on Spider has got to be in the money. You sell it. If you've been taken out of the 450, you can sell the 460 and take the cash. You could turn around here and close out that assignment and move now into a new spread for, say, January, and put together a new condor if you like. Go further out ahead of the market and write puts behind it, take a credit spread and bring in some more cash. This is it. Always be writing. Dare this market to go to 490, 500, 510, 520. Go forward. Whether you go January, whether you go February, you can write credit spreads further ahead, and away we go. We're at 470.21, up 11 cents. We've been struggling to hold the line on spiders all day. Why not create a new position and let's go. New credit and take it. And whether you got a $10 spread or a $20 spread, bring in a nice credit on a new condor. Absolutely. There we are, 470.09, down a penny on Spider. The Dow down 33. Expiry option day is what we got here. It's the name of this game. Third Friday of January, the third Friday of February, the third Friday of March is where you are going to write credit spreads or iron condors. The third Friday of every month. That's where the most action is, giving you time to haul in a premium and credits. That's the name of the game, I think. Let's go. Let's get on with it. Time to move forward. Keep it going. Interesting stuff. SEC denies Coinbase's demand for new crypto rules ahead of the 2024 showdown. Okay. Interesting stuff. The Dow slips from record highs, but the U.S. stocks still headed for the longest weekly win streak since 2017. You think maybe the win streak is about to be over? The longest win streak in 6 years. You think maybe, just maybe. Why is it that during Biden's presidency, we have the longest win streak in 6 years? I thought he was the worst president of all time. I don't understand how this works. Why is unemployment at 3.9%? I thought he was the worst president of all time. What's going on? How is it that people are making money in this market, especially on this channel, with a Democrat in the White House? How is that possible? It's unbelievable. It just makes no sense. Wow, we need tax cuts. That's what we need. Yeah, that's what we need. Tax cuts, just nothing but tax cuts. Forget the deficit. Let's have tax cuts. Oh boy. Anyway, there you have it. Welcome everybody to the show. What can I say? 1734, 1735 on GameStop, down a dime. It's not giving it back. SoFi 944, 946, kind of unchanged, down 2 pennies, nothing serious. Apple down 27 cents. Enphase up 350, 123.72. Netflix up $1.70. Adobe up 340 to 588. We have been fluctuating on Adobe now as low as 578, as high as 591. $13 swing on Adobe. Wow, this is volatile. Nvidia up 1040 at 493, 494. Tesla up $1.60. We got Rocket Lab at 484. It got down to 463. 7.5 million volume. Here we are. There's the story. I don't have an answer for the daily volatility. I just believe in this. I just like the stock. I like the company. Matterport down $0.015. Nothing serious. We have rebounded here. Smart Rent down 2 cents. We're rebounding here too. Unity up $1.20. Google up 55. Moderna up 77. Cisco up 32. Pfizer up 45. IBM up 39. HBQ down 51. Microsoft up 471. ME at 95.8. It's gonna go over $1. I just don't know what minute it's gonna happen. Amazon up 222. Home Depot down 198. Vanik is up $2. Goldman is down 160. The Boeing is up 560. Meta is up 485. Target is down 52. JP Morgan is down 15 cents. Costco having a barn burner day, up $23. Walmart down 4 cents. Disney's down 11. American Airlines is down 10 cents at $14.49. AMC down a penny. DraftKings up 19 cents, and Royal Caribbean is up 155 at 122.94. A bit overpriced, but there's the story. The market now, the Dow is losing a little bit here, down 34, kind of trying to get even. It's backing up a bit. We're up 1.5 on the S&P, but only 1.5. Spiders are up 2 cents. NASDAQ is up 72 points, not even half a percentage point, just under half a point. Oil, 71.04, hanging on to 71 by a thread. Down 54 cents a barrel. We're not going anywhere on oil either. How about that? BW, Ricardo, you won't ever be disappointed in buying the classes of Uncle Bruce. They go over your head a few times, but once a lesson number 1, 2 is viewed, you can begin dipping your toes and writing calls. You watch the others. Here you go. Financial Mischief, Uncle Bruce. I picked up some more SoFi at 9:44 today. Turned around and immediately wrote a Jan 26 $10 call for 355. Come and get me. Take me up for 1355. Interesting. Financial Mischief. A Splair. I don't care about politicians as long as I can live okay. In the meantime, it's all about adjusting to the market while you don't push the best case. JR, come on, shorters. You can keep this up forever on AI. You can't keep this up forever on AI. It's going higher. That's all there is to it. AI is going to go higher, and you're going to lose your butts. 31.88 up 46 cents. There you go. Spiders are now down 13 cents. The S&P is only up a quarter point. Spiders are leading the way lower. Qs are up 236 right now because the NASDAQ is up just around 70 points. That's the story right here. Credit Savage says, I have some AI July 32.5 covered calls that I sold for $4.98. They're almost to 7 right now. I'm going to roll those to Jan 25 35s. So from July 32.50s to Jan 35s, but I want 145. I'm not one. What's that going to set and forget the stake? I want 145 more. Anything wrong with that trade? Is this how it's done? Oh yeah. Taking in more money, raising your strike, and taking in more cash up front. Yeah, I like this trade. I do like this game. No problem there. Way to go, buddy. If the stock wants to fluctuate a couple of bucks on the downside after Credit Savage pulls off this trade, happy camper. Happy camp. $35 strike price with a $29.80 price on the stock. Calls will dip. You'll buy them up. Get ready to write again. Giddy up, kids. It's all good. So much fun to be had here on these contracts, no matter how you play them, no matter which one you like to play. We're down 56 on the Dow. We're down 1 point on S&P. Down we go. Spiders are down 24 cents. They're backing up again. We got NASDAQ. It was up 75. Now it's up 66. We're giving up a little bit of ground right now. Oil at 71.09, down 49 cents a barrel. There is the story of the session, kids. It is option expiry day. Thank you for joining Jen and I today from Palm Desert, California. We so appreciate you following us, being part of the family here. Great to have you. Thank you for these thumbs ups that you've been able to push our way. We have 163 thumbs ups in the house now. Thank you all. 37 away from 200. If you're watching on the rerun, do us a favor. Hit that thumbs up button and give us a little bit more momentum. We appreciate this display of support from all of you out there. Thank you all so very, very, very much. Keep an eye on the channel. We'll keep updating you as we see more things going on. I'll try to bring out some short vids here and there. We'll try to keep you updated on where we're at and what's going on. Please become a member today if you can of this channel. Please become a subscriber if you can. I would love to have you join us as a subscriber. Tell your friends. Join this family right here and learn how to write options and make money in this market. They're just handing it over like you cannot believe. It is truly stunning to see. And keep your eyes open for class number 17. Those of you who have already picked up your class 17, it's on the way a little later today. We'll get that class up on the website hopefully today and over the weekend. Any of you who need to get number 17 can pick it up there if you like. Join the crowd on how to do rollovers and how to fix trades gone wrong on options, how to fix bad trades. Fantastic. Thank you all for being here today. This has been a wonderful time. Credit Savage, Uncle Bruce, the highest bid for that trade was $1, but I don't want that. I'm feeling generous, but not that generous. So I raised my price to $145. It's at Christmas, you know, and the gamblers are so kind to me. Blair, you all have a great weekend. Stay calm, give some extra hugs, and then let's get this. Let's rock on Monday. Yes, sir, kids. Next week, we're getting ready for Christmas here, the last week before the holidays. So fun times just around the corner. Thank you all for joining us with this. It's been one hell of a party. God, it's been one hell of a party. All right, guys, there it is. Thank you all. Take care. Hug everyone you love a little longer. You never know when it's the last time. We'll keep you posted on just what's going on here. BW, the Qs are rolling over. If it fails, game over on the other markets. In my moronic brain, that is all hopped up. Pez and Jolt Cola. That's all it is. This market is on threads. We're down 18 cents on Spider. We're up 220 on the triple Qs. The Dow's off 43. The S&P is just barely hanging on here, and we'll follow this closely. All of you, dude. Thank you, Uncle B. Thank you, dude. Thank you, BW, Splair, Credit Savage, Richard, Farmalist, Zeta State. Thank you, JR, Financial Mischief. Thank you, Always Be Writing. Thank you, Not a Lurker Anymore. Thank you to Dude. Thank you to, who else is here? Bobby Atkinson, Waverly, Chris Savage, of course. Charlie C. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Mandu number 5. Thank you to Big E. Richard Carlin. Thank you, Beach Boy. Thank you, of course, Alberto, who's coming home on the ship. Thank you, JR, Zeta State, Brian. Thank you, Hector. Thank you, all of you. Brian, there's Brian again. Looking at all the names I've been watching here today. Just a ton of you guys. Farmalist, thank you, guys. Marcus, thank you. Howdy, partner. Guys, have a great rest of your day. Great weekend this weekend. And keep an eye on the channel. We'll keep doing updates here and there. And I'm here, says AZ. Much love, Uncle B and fam. Thank you, my friend J-Boy. I'm here too, working and lurking. Larry Titus, thanks, pal. Have a good one, Larry, and everyone else around this wonderful family of YouTubers. Cannonball in the hot tub, Uncle B. Here we go. Giddy up. Thank you, guys. Much appreciated. Thank you, Splair. Thumbs ups, everybody. Thank you for the thumbs ups, getting us to 200 here. This is great stuff. Laugh Out Loud Air Force says, not a lurker. Thank you, guys. All right, that's it. I'm out of here. I got to get about at breakfast here. I got to figure out what to do, and we'll keep an eye on these markets with you. We'll keep you posted. Get richer, kids, and we'll talk to you later. Bye for now.